Hey everybody, it's Amanda. I just wanted to speak to y'all for just a moment. I am very perplexed and I just can't believe that we have come to this in this country. It was just reported, and the Attorney General of Georgia and the Lieutenant Governor of Georgia both states that there were no irregularities. There's nothing. And both of them have agreed that Joe Biden won the election. But today, the Georgia Attorney General has told, and the Lieutenant Governor has backed him up, that Lindsey Graham, the senator from South Carolina, called them wanting them to throw out legal votes to make Donald Trump win. What in the name of goodness is going on in this country? For a man who started, started running for president with he wanted to drain the swamp. There hadn't been any drainage. Our country is on the brink of falling apart between this pandemic that our president has denied that it's even a virus, that it's all made up by fake news, or if he's not saying that today, it's going away. It'll be gone by March, then it was going to be gone by June, then it was going to be gone by July. And it is raging out of control right now. And what is this president doing? He's complaining about, he's upset that he lost the election. And all of the Republicans are not doing anything about it. And the people that voted, why are you not rising up and telling this man that he lost? Shut up and stop dividing us. I don't even know if anybody can put this country back together or not. I feel sorry for Joe Biden that we have come to a place where we don't love our brothers and sisters, our neighbors. We don't care about anything but power and money. I can't say that Donald Trump is the cause. I think we're the cause. We became so hard-hearted that we deserved somebody like him. I think we all have to look in the mirror and go, maybe we're the cause. Maybe I'm the cause. It just breaks my heart that we can be divided about just stuff that doesn't matter. And we don't care about our brothers and sisters that are hurting because they've lost their jobs. We don't care that they've lost their loved ones to this disease. Not one service has been held. Not one. It could have been televised. No one had to be there except at the National Cathedral. We could have had a day of mourning, and we could have had a day of celebration of people's lives. And can you imagine what it'd been like if the president had gone, we're going to whip this virus. Y'all wear masks. Do what you have to be safe, because this is a horrible virus. If that had just been said, instead of, saying it's fake news and this and that and the other, what have we become? What have we fallen to? I'm just I'm perplexed. I do not understand. I will never understand that we hate each other so badly that one side would accept a dictator just so their belief system for the moment is held up. That's what's so insane, is if they can't see through this man, that he does not care about them, and once he has firm power, he will get rid of them. He doesn't care anything about religious people or family values. Look at the man. He's been married 3 times. He's paid prostitutes. He's paid for abortions. He has stolen. He is greedy. He is gluttonous. He is everything that you stand against. So you need to look in the mirror and go, maybe there is something wrong here. Maybe I need to, maybe I need to rethink this. Do you really believe him? Do you really? There's no way. But I can tell you, I am so exhausted after this 5 years. 1 year of him running, and then these 4 years of him in office. I've never been through anything like this. And I thought we had been through a lot. But I can, waking up every day just to see what craziness has transpired overnight. The tweets, the craziness, he's, tweeting that he's won. Are you that deranged? If the Republicans in the states that took so long to count had just made it available that they could have counted the votes prior to the election, we wouldn't have had this mess. Florida didn't have any problem, and they had a lot of mail-in votes. But all these states that turned up late, it was Republican state legislatures that would not allow the counting of votes before the day of election. That's what's caused all this. If they'd have started just 20 days before the election, it would have been called that night. There wouldn't have been any doubt. And on top of that, think about how Donald Trump has destroyed our post office. How do you, and it was all just to rig it so the votes couldn't come in. When he saw that we were going to have a lot of mail-in votes because of the pandemic, he and his cronies devised this plan. Well, we'll just destroy the post office so you can't mail it in. It didn't work, honey. Then we just went and took our ballot to the designated drop-off place because we weren't going to allow this to happen. We're not going to stand in a country where fascism can take over. The Republicans accused Joe Biden of being a socialist. It's not socialism that Cubans are afraid of. It's dictators. If they had just really thought about it, it was not the socialist part of Fidel Castro. It was his dictatorship where he controlled everything. That's what we don't want. Who in their right mind wouldn't like better health care? We spend more money than anybody on the face of the earth, and we have the worst health care because it's all for profit. Profit off of sick people. Drug companies are making fortunes, billions and billions of dollars. Just think about that drug company that, sold all of that Oxycontin. And they knew what it was doing to people. But for some reason, that's the American dream, that you can hook people on narcotics for profit. What kind of people are we? I'm just sick at my stomach that we have allowed this to happen in our country. All on the name of religion and morals. You're so worried about some aborted fetuses. I wouldn't personally have one either, unless I was raped or I was gonna die. But it's too late for me. I mean, I'm 66 years old. I don't have to worry about it anymore. But for people that do have to worry about it, why is it any of your business? You don't want people getting into your business about your guns and other things, your religious rights, but you want to get in everybody else's. The very ones that stand up and scream for the right to pressure people into believing what you believe. You'll even cheat in elections just so you can stop abortions. And so afraid of gay marriage. My God, why is it any of your business? Nobody's asking your Baptist church to marry gay people. Just mind your own business. Love who you want to love, but don't tell anybody else who they can love. What the devil is wrong with you? All y'all scream about, you don't want to lose any rights. Honey, you're exactly the opposite. Your beliefs are exactly the opposite. You want to keep all your beliefs, but you want to strip other people of their rights. Just leave everybody alone and love them. Love your neighbor. Love your gay neighbor. Love your neighbor that's had an abortion. Don't, the Christians I know, they say they are sinners saved by grace. Well, how about giving other people that same grace? Turn it around and give it to them. Oh my God. This just makes me sick. Look at yourself in the mirror. You're willing to do unlawful things just to get what you want, to impose your beliefs on other people. I don't want to change your beliefs. I just want you to leave other people alone. I don't mind you having your guns as long as you don't shoot people with them or act like you're in a militia and go shoot people that don't agree with you. You don't see people on the left or liberal people going and shooting people. You don't see liberal people going into churches and synagogues and schools and movie theaters and killing people. No, that's your people. They buy all this ammunition and they go, to places like Wisconsin, where that little boy just went and killed 2 people and really injured another person, just because he didn't like black people. And you can tell yourself all day long that he was there to protect people. He came from another state. He had no business being there. You need to ask yourself, what is it that I'm doing? How can you claim godliness when you're supporting a godless human being that has no redeeming No redeeming factors. None. He is a spoiled narcissist. And he will turn on you just when he finishes turning on everybody else. He'll turn on you. You just mark my word. Look at Hitler. That's exactly what he did. He used Hitler's antics, repeating stuff over and over, knowing it wasn't true. But the more you repeat it, the more people believe it, whether it's true or not. Go back and read about how Hitler took over. Read about Mussolini. They all did the same thing. They get you to believe. But, honey, they don't care about you. They don't believe in anything other than it's their right to be in power. And who do you think's supporting him? All that stuff, honey, was true. You know it was true. You know he colluded with Russia. Honey, in the first month he was in office, he had the Russian guy in the Oval Office. He didn't allow any American press to be in there. It was Russian press that broke the news, and they laughed about it. And he also told Israeli top secrets to him while he was standing there, the foreign minister. Go look it up, honey. It happened. I'm not making anything up. I've never once told a lie on social media about any of this. It can all be, Now, I've had all day long these crazy people telling me that the campaign manager for Biden was going to be arrested today for campaign fraud. None of that's true. Where are you getting this stuff? It makes no sense. I know you're getting from these right-wing, radical QAnon and, Newsmax. It's just lies, honey. Somebody it's like Moonstruck. Cher needs to slap you and tell you to wake up before it's too late. We are in the middle of a pandemic with 250,000 Americans dead, and many, many more is going to die. Your president is not doing one thing about it, except he wants to take credit for a drug company that didn't take a penny from the United States government to make a vaccine. Not one penny. Now, they did sign a contract to sell it to the United States government after they got it, if they got one. But, honey, it's not going to be ready for a long time. It's going to be, before the general public has it, it will be the summer. I guarantee you. Now, there's going to be some people that have it at the end of January or early February. But it's not going to be in mass amounts. And there's not even a plan to distribute it. He says there's a plan, but it's just like his health care plan. It's just a bunch of blank pages. It's just like his book of voter fraud. There's not a thing in it. He's lost every court case. Every single one. He is a laughing stock. And as soon as you realize it and accept it, and ministers, if any of you are watching it, you need to go in your church and you need to say to these people, we have been wrong. We should not have followed this evil man. And take responsibility for leading your flock down a path of evil. There's nothing that can be said but he is just pure evil. Narcissism, spoiled, entitled. But the worst part about it is he has such low self-esteem that he needs to kill people at rallies so he can be given adoration and, this godlike attitude toward him and all the applause and all that kind of stuff. I've seen that with movie stars. You know, they believe their press. Honey, nobody is deserving of that. Nobody. I don't care who it is. He is not a god. He is not anything other than a wounded little boy that has to have attention just to live. And he would kill his mother to get it. Just look what he's done to this country. He's destroyed it. He's divided us. And you think he's a good businessman? Oh my Lord. Everything he's touched, he's destroyed. Trump Airline, Trump Water, Trump University, Trump Charities, Trump Properties. You name it, honey. Everyone here. How about the Trump casinos? He destroyed the Plaza Hotel. Everything he's touched, he's failed at. Every single thing. His golf clubs now are in the toilet because he's such a bad businessman. He's tried to steal. He's tried to do everything. You know, doing business while he is the President of the United States. He cared more about his money than our country. And all these people supported him just so he could get... They supported evil, so they thought it was a fair trade-off in order to stop abortion and keep gay people from getting married. Now look at yourself. You'd kill grown-ups with viruses. You would let little kids starve to death. You'd put kids in cages, separate them from their parents at the border. You know, the over 600 kids that will probably never see their families again. And they were not brought here by coyotes. They were brought here by their own parents. And babies as young as 3 weeks old was torn away from their mother's breast. Now think about that. That's okay. But to let a fetus that's the size of your finger, your little tip of your finger, it's worse to let that little fetus die than to let a child that knows they're hungry die. Think about that. And you're okay with that. Check your heart. I feel sorry for this country. I pray for this country. I pray to God that the evil that's going on here in the name of godliness, that somehow God will show that this man is evil. I hope that he is shown for who he is. I hope the curtains are ripped open and you have to see for yourself who this man is. He's been in this way all of his life. He is not a good man. He is evil personified. You are not. You have just fallen in the trap of an evil dictator. It's happened time and time again in the human experience, because you believe that this man is going to do something great for you. He's not. We have to work together to have things happen for us. It's not about what I want or you want. It's about a collective we. We, the people. Not I, the people. It's we, the people. I pray for this country. I pray for you. I pray for our military and our fallen heroes. And I pray that hearts are changed, that we can once again come together and love each other and go forward and not be great, but be loving. That's what I pray. I hope you have a good evening. Good night.